Got a Kershaw. I like these Kershaws, man. Hey, let's get it out of this box. Because, of course, we're going to check it in and check it out. It is, yep, it's a Bel Air 6105. Like, this thing's supposed to be hot ticket, right? I am a Kershaw fan, and so I just need to wait for Kershaws to become reasonable in price. And so I waited this one out. And the reason I'm a Kershaw fan is because, back in the day, it's all I could afford. Right? I mean, honestly, it's really all I can afford now. I'm sick. I need help, man. I can't afford none of these knives I'm buying. Okay, wow. Hold on. Let's get rid of all this. I mean, I'm pretty sure the idea here was to check it in, check it out, purge it, right? I don't know if that's going to happen. I mean, this aluminum scale has got a coating on it that just jumped right out and called my name. It's rough and not quite chalky, but it's got a wonderful texture to it. All right, let's get that blade out. Oh my goodness. Yeah, man. Oh, so you know what this reminds me of right away? Yeah, not what you think. You're thinking of an insect, and that's not what this reminds me of. This reminds me of Deca. Yeah, Hogue Deca. The action on this. But size wise, I mean, yeah. So I talked about a bug out killer recently, but it was orange and black. This was the bug out killer that I talked about recently, and a big part of the reason why this gets talked about as a bug out killer, definitely why I talked about it, was because it's got steel liners and it's $10. and, it's stunning. I mean, I tuned it up a little bit. Before I tuned it up, it was kind of, I don't know, it wasn't great. But you know what? It took a tune up and honestly kind of stands up on its own $10 legs. Oh man. I mean, if that didn't kill this, this may very well. I mean, yeah. Wow. Look at this stonewash blade on this. Beautiful. I love the stonewash on this. This knife is American made and it comes in Magna Cut. It's got these aluminum scales. One finger activation on that. I'm not sure what they're calling that action. Let me look so I can speak intelligently. Yeah, we got another name. Another name for this type of lockup, and they call this the Duralock. Yeah, pardon me. Yeah, Kershaw's got another name now, the Duralock. I mean, yeah. Oh. All right. Well, I'm gonna leave them in frame, man, because it's definitely gonna be part of this review. Look at the action on this thing, man. Wow. Yeah. Very cool. Oh, sorry about that. I had to wet my whistle. Little Kentucky windage. No, come on. Man, let's get in this thing. Come on. I really, really like doing these axis locks or what the Duralock. I can't keep up with all these names. I just can't. You know, I said it before, so nobody can accuse me of it. I mean, you can accuse me of it. What do I care? But I just don't care. I mean, that's the reason I don't remember. It's like running into the same person, 10 times, you still don't know their name. I mean, at some point you have to admit, well, I don't know their name because it's not important to me. you know, like if it was important to me, I would remember it. I mean, if you're a dude and it was a pretty girl, you'd remember her name the minute you met her. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. If it was a handsome, strapping lad like myself and you was a female persuasion, you would remember my name. Oh, man, is that lightweight. And then it's got the steel liners, which, weight-wise, there's no comparison. This knife is super light. Well, I mean, listen, it's not that much different, but this is definitely lighter. And then this is right in there. Yeah. I mean, I didn't start out thinking I'm going to do a comparison video on this. I did not. Um, it's just too obvious. It deserves to be stood up against that the bug out. The bug out has withstood the test of time, man. It's been around forever, and it's a great lightweight, light duty pocket piece. Yeah, I might have just got stymied here because that screw's not wanting to come out. It's held on. That's rotating in there. Let's see if I can't hold it with my thumb. Doesn't seem likely. Yeah, that's locked in there, man. And if I can't get that out, then I can't take this scale off. So I'm going to put this screw back in before it flies around, goes someplace. Let me just put that in. Wonder if I'll be able to get at this action from just this side. Wow, is that... Well, there's no tension on it. Let me see if I can get this scale off. This liner. I think one of the things I want to have happen is I want to get this pin out right here. If I can get that pin out, then we're home. But can I? That's the question. Let me try this. No. All right. Well, I'm going to oil it. I'm going to oil it. I mean, it's no different than any other knife at this stage of the game. It does have bearings in there. That has to be bearings in there. The way that that's running, it's got small little bearings. I mean, I would like to get this one side off so I can see them. I'd love to at least see this one side. I just don't. Without being able to take that other side scale, this scale, without being able to get it off, and I mean, 100%, if I mess with this, I'll be able to get it off. I'll try one time. I'm going to put a screw in here and see if I can't hold down one side and get the other side to turn. If I can get it to break, then we're in. How far are we into this? Man. Ugh. Another Duralock. Except the other one wasn't a Duralock. It was its own thing. See, now that's spinning. So, I want to grab another T6. There's one. And I want to hold this side. Yeah, like that. That's what I want to do. Yeah, it's not going to work. That's coming out. All right. Well, hey, I'm just going to wipe it down. We'll drop some oil in there. I'm positive that that's on. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to make it work. Okay. Yeah, a little plier work. But I got in there. All right, let's get this spring off of here. And the tension on those springs is, I mean, perfect. Perfecto. All right, here we come. Ta-da! Gotcha. They have knocked off the coating or the finish where the bearings run. It's got nice tiny little bearings here. Pretty cool, man. We're gonna wipe it down, clean it up, and then reassemble it. And what a cool finish. It's like I don't know, some kind of stonewash finish on that. Surely that's metal. Yeah, and that's aluminum. I think I read that it had aluminum scales. But these steel liners, let me get my towel out of all that. Yeah, the blade is stonewashed, but well, wait a minute. That looks like a washer. I think that's a washer that's inserted in there. Yep. Very cool. All right. They put little washers on the blade side because of the stonewash finish on that MagnaCut blade. But very cool. They're not super thick. They're kind of lightweight, but at the end of the day, they just need something hard. If that's hardened, it's gonna work perfectly. I really like the grind on this blade. Thin stock, but a nice flat grind. Beautiful. Perfectly executed. Very even from one edge to the other. I dig it. I dig it. All right. Let's keep going. Okay, interesting. So they put a washer next to the blade, but they didn't put a washer. Okay, no, I get it. Okay. Is that a washer? I mean, it sort of kind of does look like one. It is. Okay, washers on both sides. Come on, man. Where'd that one go? There it is. All right. Come on, man. You got to watch me, man. You got to keep your eye on me. Because I can just poop my pants in a moment's notice. right? You least expect it. Yeah, so this was slotted to come in, check in, and then purge. Like I had no intentions of keeping this. And I'm already rethinking it, man. It's pretty nice. I did purge my Deca a long time ago. I just went, I don't think I'm going to carry it, and so I purged it. This one, oh no, man. Oh no. Let's wipe these down real quick. Okay. Reassembly time. So we need this and the barbell and a spring. Why is that bound up in there? Like, that's really weird. Like, that is bound up in there. Let me take that off. I want to look at that. What the? I mean, I didn't do nothing to it. I didn't oil it. I didn't even wipe it. I just took it off. But it's acting strange. It's acting bound up in that liner right there. So weird. I'm going to trust that it's going to be okay. I'm just going to move forward. Okay. All right. So there wasn't any screws on the inside of that scale. So I can put this scale on and then I can attach the barrel spacers. I'm going to start with this one. And man, I did a real steel, a bushcraft piece. I think it's called the Pathfinder, not too long ago. And the little barrel spacers on a knife like this were, they were slotted and captured. How nice was that? And I wouldn't have had the issue that I've had with this one if they were captured. All right, so I am going to bite down on that pretty good. Let's see if I can't get some good tension on that. Like so. Okay. There we go. Next, let's get the other barrel spacer on. Man, I really like the coating on these scales too. You know, it's the little things, man. That one ran much better. Might be able to hold it with my fingers. Yep. Oh, wonderful. Okay, now the only question is the pivot going to go in now? And the pivot doesn't appear to be captured. Okay, it's captured that way. I got you. But it goes in from the other side? Because clearly it's not this side. What the? Did I start on the wrong side? I think I did. Because this has to go in here. Like so. Oh, come on, man. I mean, I'm not even sure where I'm going now. I think I can go here. Let's put the spring on. I wonder how hard it would be to get them washers on in these scales. Um, yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that. All right. Let me get to a reasonable place here. Okay, so here's what I did. I put a screwdriver bit down in that hole, and I'm stacking on top of that bit. And I've got the last washer to go on, and then I'm going to try to put that liner on. I mean, what do you think? Have I lost it? Oh my goodness, what am I doing? And of course, the screwdriver bit's magnetic, so it's grabbing onto everything. Okay, I think I'm lined up. And of course, the bearings are just smooth as could possibly be. So I'm there, but I did see one of my washers came out. And so somehow I got to figure out how to get that washer line back up in there. And I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. But I'm going to put my spring on because that will hold everything down. And then it's just a matter of trying to get that washer back up in there. There we go. So everything's lined up but one of those washers, and it's right here. I can see it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this pivot in from the wrong side just to hold everything down so that I don't lose my alignment. Yeah, is it like a puzzle? Mm-hmm. Is there a better way to skin this cat? I mean, probably, right? Like, for sure, I'm the idiot here. See if I can. There's that washer right there. I just got to get it under that bearing. And of course, look, it's going to be as elusive as it can possibly be. Everything came out. I think you know what? I'm going to pause. We're going to come back. I'm going to build from the other way because that's the way to do it. Okay, let me get you back in. So I took that all apart and then I put it on the other side. And so now we're going to build our way up from here. Yeah. And we really didn't have much of a choice because that's where the captured pivot goes. And in order to get this correct, we had to capture that pivot. But now that we've got all that, I think we can button up here. Let me get this blade on. There we go. And I need one more flat washer. Where is it? Yep, it's in that scale. Okay. So I think I can go hot with the scale now. But you know what? I'm going to put that washer on that bearing and not in the scale because I may need that clearance. Yep. All right. Well, let's see if I can't get this to go now. There it is. Blade come off a little bit. Our pivot popped. Let's get back in alignment here. I think it's just that washer. If I can get that washer to move over. Yeah. There it is. Money, dude. Let's get that spring on. And then we'll put our stop pin in. And we should be home free. Stone free. There it is. Oh no. Look at that stop pin. It's not the kind that goes down in there. It's got to go under the scale. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. All right, well, this got to come back off. All right, be right back. Okay. Yeah, so I just had to take it off, put that pin in, and then pivot it and get it on the pin first, and then come back here. So, yeah, man, it's a process. Woo! I mean, if there's an easy way to do that, golly, somebody post it up and I'll learn. Because it's not easy. I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's not a 10. I mean, my kids have Lego sets that are tougher than that was, but still, not easy. It's not for the faint of heart. Like if you're not down for that, I would definitely say don't get in it. Yeah, because man, it'll tax you. All right, but we're home. We just got to tighten a couple of screws and then we get to finish the check-in on this thing. Finally, right? Whew. You know, the last one I did, that I think I was talking about that real steel, that Frontier or whatever. I mean, it was no joke either. That video was a marathon, man. But I wouldn't have it no other way. Just because it's difficult to get in there doesn't mean I'm not going to do it, right? Yeah. Yeah. Let me check this other side. Make sure we're snug. Okay. Check for blade play. None. Oh, get out of town. Come on, man. Whew. Golly. Kershaw. How about it? All right. Had enough stuff on the bench there. Wow. All right. I do want to wipe this off really well because all that handling these scales, that lighter color appeared to be picking up some, I don't know, grime from my fingers, I guess. And let's do the blade. Wow. Yeah, it reminds me of my Hogue Deca. So smooth, so wonderful. Complete solid lockup. Thumb flick, Spidey flick. Just, I mean, wow, is this thing legit? What am I going to call that action? Man, it's A-level action. I'll be honest. I'm going to think through the video. If I can't think of a reason why I won't call that A+, then I'm going to upgrade that to A+, because, y'all, it is that good. It is really nice. Excellent little detent that it provides, so that when I throw it out there, it snaps. The blade is perfectly centered. It's got an amazing slow roll. Yeah. Wow, is it beautiful. I'm going to put just a tiny little bit of oil. Not that this action needs help, because it does not. It doesn't need any help. Yeah, right now it's an A, but by the end of the video, it most likely will upgrade to an A+. That's how awesome this action is on this knife. I mean, I know I'm really late to the party on this, but I'm late to the party on almost all knives, man. So if you're here looking for the newest and the latest and the greatest, by the time this thing's on this channel, this stuff's been out for a while. No doubt about it. Man, is this thing gorgeous. Wow. Ergonomics. So wonderful. 4-finger grip. It's got some jimping back here in the scale and the liners, and it's grippy. It definitely helps afford grip back there. And so 4-finger, there's jimping on the spine. I am very locked in here, very confident. Not so confident, very confident. This is a confident grip for sure. There's enough of a detent for my index finger to fall down into that it just locks me in. I mean, the pocket clip, I can feel it here, but it's not hot. Like it wouldn't keep me from slicing with this knife. Reverse grip is just even equally more wonderful. It's really good. I am so locked in. Just the perfect grip right there. And then this, I mean, I could, but not so much. I mean, my palm is up over this spot, and man, I'd hate to, I mean, I'm really locked in with the thumb, so I'm going to say this side's possible. Yeah, to hit down with that blade tip like that. Um, Man, let's check the pocket clip. I already know it's going to be amazing just because these clips run wonderfully. Thick stuff, whoop, yeah. Excellent deep carry. The knife disappears. It's got a great little cutout that provides a finger hold. Even on standard jean size material, wonderful grip in the pocket. It's going to be where I leave it when I go looking for it. In my back pocket back here, nice small profile, smaller carry, lightweight. I mean, this thing's just checking boxes everywhere. Let's see if there's any tip or blade exposure. Absolutely not through the back. The tip is recessed down in there, so there's no chance to get it. I'm confident I can handle this knife any way I want, and I'm not going to catch that sharp part. Excellent detent right there. Spring back in, so I don't have to worry about this blade coming open. Wonderful. How sharp's that Magna cut? Out of the box. Yeah. It's wonderful sharp. Very sharp. Definitely pluck hair, probably shave a hair sharp. That's ridiculous sharp. All right, price and availability, and then we'll wrap up and final thoughts on this whole thing. Okay, well, you can find these on White Mountain Knives, and you can find them on Amazon, and you can find them on eBay. So, they're out there. Um, White Mountain Knives has a blacked out, murdered out version. This version is sold out, but that murdered out version with the discount code DM10 looks like it's around 130, and that's shipped no tax. You could also check Timber's Edge. You may find it there. Yep. So yeah, man, wow, what a cool piece. And action, yeah, it's A+. It's just that good, man. Yeah, I'm super impressed. So, final thoughts. Is this a bug out killer? I mean, listen, if you're on a strict budget, do you have to save up and get this over that? Is this better than that? It is, without a doubt. I mean, doesn't have steel liners, but this lightweight little, Benchmade bug out, there's a reason it's been around for so long. I mean, it's really comfortable in hand and wonderful. Is this a bug out killer? I mean, listen, this ain't a cheap knife, but there was a lot of talk about that, at least in my world, about the Hogue Deca as well, um, and how that compared, that kind of thing. I mean, price wise, these kind of line up. I mean, Magna Cut, aluminum scales, steel liners, washers. It's got the flexible scales. This is still a great knife, but honestly, if I had to pick between the two, I'm going with the Kershaw. Yeah, I like this one. I think it's a better knife. Yep, I do. This thing is stunning, man. And there's no way I can let this out of my collection. I'm gonna have to keep one, no doubt. Yeah. Come on, man. I really dig it. Hey, I appreciate y'all watching.